Buenos días. Micrófono, sí. Bienvenidas y bienvenidos a todas y todos. Estamos muy orgullosos que están aquí con nosotros y que nos van a acompañar. ¿Cómo están? ¿Todo bien? Gracias por que vino de Bogotá, que vino de Medellín, que de Barranquilla. Estamos muy contentos. Pues, además nos ha tocado un solecito increíble esta mañana. Lo agradecemos mucho después de 2 días de lluvia. Lo veo como buena suerte. No sé cómo se hace esto en Colombia. Estoy bastante emocionado por este evento porque, bueno, primero me presento. Si no se nota, soy Ricardo Casadei, Relationship Manager de SACE, encargado de la nueva oficina de Bogotá que acabamos de abrir. Estoy emocionado, digo, porque llevo un año y medio pasando mucho tiempo en Colombia, un país que antes no conocía y que sigue sorprendiéndome muchísimo, porque es un país vibrante de cultura, de música, de colores, de identidad, pero sobre todo me impresionó mucho cómo la gente nos ha abierto la puerta, tanto a SACE como institución, cuanto a mí personalmente. Por eso, darle la bienvenida a este evento es por mí un motivo de una razón de orgullo increíble. Muchísimas gracias. Bueno, tenemos un equipo de SACE liderado por nuestra Chief International Business Officer, Mica Ron. Nos va a dar en un momento una presentación sobre servicios y productos, pero además la visión hacia el futuro que tiene SACE por ese país y por la relación económica entre Italia y Colombia. Una relación histórica, una relación larga, y hoy le vamos a dar un pasito adelante por la unión entre las comunidades empresariales colombiana e italiana. De hecho, ya vieron un símbolo muy importante, una metáfora muy importante en el video, que es el puente. Esa es la misión de SACE: conectar y unir, crear relaciones, fomentar negocios y colaboraciones entre Italia y Colombia y toda Latinoamérica, y por eso estamos aquí hoy en una comunidad de instituciones, empresarios italianos y colombianos. No me voy a tardar mucho. Nada más quisiera agradecer unas personas y unas instituciones que nos han acompañado mucho. El Banco Europeo de Inversión, Sergio Guzmán, después de muchísimas reuniones virtuales, es un gusto conocerte de personas, pero igualmente es muy importante agradecer a la Cámara de Comercio italiana en Colombia, porque, bueno, primero nos hospedan en la oficina, entonces es muy importante, pero además ha sido una colaboración excelente. La última actividad que tenemos juntos se está llevando a cabo en este momento en Italia, con una misión de empresas colombiana, que justo ayer visitaron nuestra oficina en SACE en Milán. Y bueno, todo eso no hubiera sido posible sin el completo apoyo y colaboración por parte de la Embajada Italiana, el primer cónsul Marco Espósito, pero además estamos verdaderamente orgullosos de tener acá con nosotros el excelentísimo embajador, Juan Carlo Curcio, que voy a invitar conmigo a sumarse para unas palabras de saludo. Muchas gracias, embajador. Gracias.
Gracias a todos. Realmente estoy muy contento de estar acá. Un saludo a nuestra directora Macherrón y a todo el equipo de SACE. Un saludo a todos los que nos acompañan en este importante evento. Y la luz y el día y el sol creo que están alumbrando Bogotá después de unos días de lluvia que se necesitaba. Significa que esta experiencia de SACE en Colombia, que ya tiene un año, pero ahora justo se consolida, nace sobre los mejores auspicios. Como ustedes saben, este año estamos celebrando los 160 años de relaciones entre Italia y Colombia. Y es con gran placer que hoy inauguramos la sede de SACE, acá una oficina ya estable, estructurada, que va a dar posibilidades para más actividades entre los dos países. 160 años significa que Italia, que ustedes conocen, es un país relativamente joven, nace en 1861, porque antes era dividido por muchos reinos, principados, el Estado pontificio. en 1861, gracias a la ópera de Cavour, de todos nuestros grandes próceres, se unifica y 3 años después, el 17 de marzo de 1864, Italia y Colombia empiezan las relaciones diplomáticas. Ya antes había un consulado de Reino del Piemonte en Bogotá, había un consulado de Colombia en Italia, pero se consolidaron. Hoy, este año, estamos por eso celebrando 160 años y la llegada de SACE nos da una alegría increíble. Justamente los próximos días va a haber también la visita de nuestro viceministro de Relaciones Exteriores, Cirielli, que es el delegado para toda la parte de cooperación, que va a venir acá en Bogotá para hacer justamente unas presentaciones de unos proyectos que vamos a lanzar justamente para este evento. Y en esa ocasión va a venir también otras autoridades, además del director de la cooperación, de la agencia de cooperación, va a venir también otras autoridades de Italia de la delegación para afianzar nuestras relaciones en la parte comercial entre los dos países. Y entonces quería decir la felicidad que tengo. Italia y Colombia son dos países que van más allá de los 160 años. Como muchos saben, acá en el lejano 1600, un italiano que no era italiano, salía de la península, que son dos cosas diferentes, no era de ciudadanía italiana, para decirlo, pero era un gran ingeniero general, un gran aventurero que se llamaba Battista Antonelli, vino a construir las murallas de Cartagena. No sé si todos lo saben, pero la muralla de Cartagena fue hecha por un italiano en 1600 que estaba al servicio de la corona. Hoy, 400 años después, Italia justamente va a ser uno de los actos que va a hacer el viceministro y su delegación. Vamos a empezar una reestructuración y un proyecto de turismo sostenible en Cartagena como parte del lazo de la amistad entre nuestros dos países. Cartagena, 1600, un italiano, en teoría era romagnolo, era de la zona de Romagna, de Lugo, vino acá. Pero son tantos los episodios y las personas que vinieron acá, italianas, famosas y menos famosas. Entre los famosos quería recordar otro ingeniero, más que ingeniero era un general, un explorador que todo el mundo conoce, porque cuando se mira un mapa de Colombia está escrito Instituto Geográfico Agustín Codazzi. Agustín Codazzi era un general que combatió en las guerras de independencia italiana, combatió acá con el libertador Simón Bolívar, y Simón Bolívar y después las autoridades venezolanas y colombianas, como ustedes saben, en esa época estaba la Gran Colombia, le dieron el encargo de hacer la topografía de la Venezuela y de Colombia. Y él justamente murió en un pueblo, en un caserío, como se llamaba, 1858, si no me acuerdo mal, que se llama Espíritu Santo. Y 100 años después, ese caserío lo denominaron en honor a Agustín Codazzi con su nombre, Agustín Codazzi. Hace unos meses estuve en esa ciudad, ya es una ciudad grande, una ciudad donde es famosa por el Festival del Vallenato, que es parte de la tradición de la zona. Justamente para la fiesta del Vallenato hicimos una gran fiesta de amistad entre Italia y Colombia. Pero son tantos los italianos, los empresarios que vinieron en su momento, familias. En los días pasados, ayer estuve en Barranquilla, uno de los puertos donde los italianos llegaban, donde los italianos se afianzaban, donde empezaban sus comercios, en el Magdalena, compraban tabaco, café. Hoy Colombia para nosotros es un centro muy importante. De hecho, que quería resaltar, hoy inauguramos SACE. Hace año y medio, 2 años, la cooperación italiana decidió poner la sede regional de toda Sudamérica justamente en Bogotá. Esto demuestra la amistad, la cercanía entre Italia y Venezuela, entre las dos naciones que nosotros hoy estamos acá a afianzar. Pero bueno, yo quería dar también alguna noticia de carácter un poco más económico, que acá me dieron la oficina comercial. Nosotros hemos crecido mucho en la parte de la cooperación, sobre todo el comercio. Hoy nuestro balanza comercial son 2.000 millones. Está subiendo, pero tenemos que mejorarla. Los productos italianos, como ustedes saben, son productos de alta complejidad, de alta design, de alta ingeniería, y nosotros de Colombia compramos sobre todo, además del apreciado y preciado café, compramos muchas parte de la agricultura, de commodities, pero queremos afianzar más esta relación. Yo estoy seguro que gracias a la presencia de SACE, acá vamos a poder tener un comercio entre Italia y Colombia, de los dos lados, mucho más estructurado y mucho más seguro. Así que felicitaciones, un gracias fuerte a nuestros amigos de SACE que vinieron acá. Es siempre un viaje un poco largo, pero el día los esperó con gran calor, con gran luminosidad. Viva Italia, viva Colombia y viva la amistad entre las dos naciones. Muchas gracias.
Gracias al embajador por esta lectio magistralis de historia que nos ha llevado hacia el futuro, porque así es donde vamos. Ahora, sin ver demasiado tiempo, por quien quiere, vamos a pasar al inglés por la presentación, y quien necesite el traductor lo puede encender en este momento. ¿Estamos listos? No sé, no veo mucha gente, entonces creo que casi todos hablan inglés. Excelente. Mical, la voy a invitar sobre el palco. Please welcome on the stage for this presentation, SACE. Thank you very much.
Buongiorno, buongiorno, good morning, buenos dias, everybody. I'm afraid I would never compete with someone as fluent as our ambassador, but hopefully the language of business being English and with the tradition, with the translation that is simultaneous, we will manage to understand each other as good as could be. So to start with, I am really excited to be here today. Very excited with this opening of SACE's latest and the newest office we have in Colombia. And the question really is why Colombia? Above all, it offers superb opportunities that we believe lie ahead, not so much in the long term, but rather in the short term, medium term, and long term for Italian businesses in this very, very dynamic country. I want to thank the Ambassador Curzio for his introduction, which was fascinating to me personally, and I'm sure to all of you. And I really want to highlight the very precious support that we have been receiving from the Italian Embassy, as well as all the other Italian institutions that are present here in Colombia. Especially, I have to shout out for the Italian Chamber of Commerce that is also hosting us in terms of the office location. So, SACE in a nutshell, actually, who are we and what are we here to do? We are a lead Italian financial institution, or rather financial and insurance institution that is fully owned by the Ministry of Finance in Italy, and is very proud indeed to support Italian exporting companies in their journey to explore new markets and enhance their presence in traditional markets. And that means really a very wide range of products, ranging all the way from the very traditional trade finance products to short-term credit insurance to factoring and reversed factoring, and going over to covering really also the medium long-term transactions that are related to the export credit world, including untied finance, not only the classic export credit. And all of this in order to boost effectively the competitiveness of Italian supplies in world markets, including now in Colombia. Overall, our portfolio of insured transactions and guaranteed investments currently amounts to just over 260 billion euro. And this means worldwide a very significant portfolio that we are managing also on behalf of the Ministry of Finance of Italy. So new business partnerships are born and rise every day, also with the help, the assistance of what we call the matchmaking events and business promotion activities to create new opportunities, new dialogue, and enhance the growth of trade between the countries. And this we do obviously in order to promote goods and services from Italy, above all with a very high level of innovative state-of-the-art technology. This is really the top expertise of Italian companies and hence the Italian economy. And we will show you how we go about it. So going over to the world map and where we are based today, we have currently 14 international offices. So we are one of the most widely spread, if you want, financial insurance company. And then we obviously choose these locations extremely carefully because they are critical. They're crucial for enhancing both relations, but also elevating our exporting companies in the relative respective markets. So why Bogotá? We obviously aim to become a catalyst for Italian businesses and help them navigate their way towards the Colombian market in an effective way, in an attractive way, and also in a competitive way. And fostering partnerships is one of those areas that we're particularly active in. Hence, we hope to really hold their hand and assist as much and where we can. So we effectively want to put this country today, Colombia, on the map of Italian exporting companies. And what are we offering? Going over to one of our flagship, if you want, products, which is the PUSH. The PUSH facility effectively is a guarantee. It is an untied financing. It is unique and has been effectively an innovation of SACE for the past roughly 5 years, and it has proved to be extremely successful. And why is that? First of all, it's a best efforts facility. There's no legal commitment attached. It is not tied to any one commercial contract, hence super flexible. And in addition, it is priced at market, so we're not outcrowding anyone. And we are partnering, as always, together with the banks. Many of you are here today in this hall, basically because we do not offer direct finance. So this is a partnership between SACE, the banks, and clearly the beneficiary of this untied financing. We have conducted over 50 transactions, PUSH transactions, valued at over 14 billion euros across 22 countries around the globe. And we see this trend increasing in a very accelerated rate. All the export credit agencies are looking at us for inspiration, but also trying to copy, and we don't mind. I mean, we are happy that, you know, the more the merrier, because above all, what we think we are bringing to the market is a simple instrument, user-friendly, and not burdensome. It will never take you a year to evaluate. You will not need legal consultants, market consultants, and others. We will reduce the burden of documentation to the very minimum necessary, and above all, ensure that our suppliers, so Italian companies, will have the chance to present to you their offer. And this is really what it's all about. No one is forcing anyone to purchase from Italy, but we simply bring over the whole supply chain according to the specific sector of the local company that is the buyer, and we present them in terms of procurement people to procurement people. Should there be a good fit, then we have obviously obtained our goal. The past 5 years tell us that this has been extremely successful, and we have effectively generated as catalyst new business for the Italian economy and brought prosperity also to the local communities where we operate in. So again, back to Colombia and moving forward in Colombia. Following a very positive experience that we have had already this year, basically we had 4 business matching events with key Colombian players in both energy market, the utilities and food and beverage sectors. One of the examples I can mention specifically is SACE's presence in the Expo Green Tech Fair that was held here in Bogotá by the Italian Chamber of Commerce, where we were acting as facilitator for the business meetings between Italian and Colombian companies. And above all, I also have to mention again the importance of the collaboration of the Italian institutions, above all the Italian embassies, and the sponsorship too of the Italian Trade and Chamber of Commerce. All these institutes always come together during the matchmaking events to enhance and ensure that we are maximizing the opportunities for our companies. And yet again, I'll go back to the key question, why Colombia? What has Colombia to offer to Italian suppliers, and what can we offer back to Colombia? So we have studied very carefully the market, the region, before coming to the conclusion that we indeed want to be here, and it will be our third office in the LATAM region after Brazil, Mexico. This is the third. It is the third largest country by population, and it's the fourth country in Latin America in terms of GDP. So this very dynamic marketplace is increasingly recognized, at least by us, but I am sure by many other countries, as a very key destination. And then we add the Italian areas of expertise, and we're certain that it is a very good fit indeed. And indeed, also 5 recipients of Italian goods in Latin America is, one of the key parameters we have been evaluating. So just in 2022, the exchange of goods between Italy and Colombia reached a remarkable $2.2 billion. That is the highest figure in this past decade. And it's no coincidence, therefore, that SACE does identify Colombia as an entry point. We call it a gate country. It's one of very few that we have named and that will be also part of our 3-year strategic plan. We call it industrial plan. A gate country considering the growing economy, above all, also ambitious investment plans by the Colombian institutions, and an emphasis, very important for all of us, on sustainable transition and emerging sectors of the future. Italian exports to Colombia have increased almost 6%, and this is our forecast by our economic department for the coming year. 5.7 to be precise, but we take that, it's a superb percentage to look at. And the greatest opportunities, in our opinion, from the first year of activity here, that was preparing the terrain, are in the electrical equipment sectors, infrastructure and utilities, machinery and technology, always at the high end of technology, chemicals and consumer goods, and last but certainly not least, in agribusiness. With 75% of electricity production deriving from renewable energy, which is more than twice the global average level, Colombia does stand out as a key player and a pioneer in the region in terms of sustainable developments. This is due to policies that have been fought, a national strategy for the circular economy, a green taxonomy to attract investment by foreign countries, etc. And these initiatives really offer a very remarkable chance for investors looking to direct funds towards projects that generate positive environmental and social outcomes. And we are all for that, and therefore we have specific products, I'll show you in a minute, that address exactly the green transition. So Colombia's investments in energy diversification also present opportunities for Italian companies, and especially those obviously specializing in renewable energy, especially in technology, where Italy is a European leader. Looking at those new opportunities and how do we relate that to our menu, especially the push facility I mentioned before. So to be able effectively to support even closer the new arising ESG opportunities, we introduced some new initiative, and it is the Green Push Strategy that is specifically designed to facilitate green exports from Italy and also investments in critical raw materials that are essential for sustainability. And we propose 3 different variations of the green push for different needs. They work very differently one from another. Some of them are untied and some of them are actually tied. And it depends really on the specific project, the specific sector and the company involved. So we have what we call the Green Push Facility, and it supports projects that are green effectively, and that is untied. And they could be also companies that we don't ask to even look at their investment program because they are what we call a green pure player, meaning to say that at least 90% of the receivables come from green sectors. So this is purely untied general purpose financing. We have sustainability push, which is linked to KPIs. It's a sustainability linked loan, and that hence is to an extent tied, and it has to be certified by a third party. And last but not least, we also have the transition push, which it might sound like a contradiction, but it actually aims at oil and gas operators, meaning to say it's totally correlated to their green transition plan, and we support that. So there are plenty of opportunities also in the sustainable field, which we are extremely keen on enhancing also in this market. And to conclude, effectively, as we are embarking on this very new adventure, a new journey, we are looking forward, above all, to reinforcing partnerships in the country, but not only enhancing trade, but also contributing, as I mentioned, to sustainable development and innovation in Italy and in Colombia. So together, yet again, this will be our message to all our clients. Let's put Colombia now on the map of Italian exporters. Muchas gracias. Thank you very much.
Muchas gracias, Mical. Aquí hemos terminado. Otra vez agradecemos mucho su asistencia, su participación, por esa nueva experiencia, nueva etapa en el camino de la colaboración entre Italia y Colombia. Los dejamos ahora con el desayuno y un cafecito, por supuesto, colombiano, el mejor. Y bueno, acuérdense, SACE drives your ambition. No es solo un mantra, pero nada más es algo en que creemos mucho, sobre todo en la sostenibilidad de que hemos ya hace poco hablado. Entonces, disfruten, por favor, el desayuno. Muchas gracias.